RVBN, the Rich Video Blog Network, home to weekly NFL predictions, great personality profiles, top 10 list of everything and anything, good sports video blogs, good professional wrestling video blogs, good entertainment video blogs, good television station and cable network video blogs, and a whole lot more. My good work is on Facebook and YouTube going back to June of 2014. RVBN, a Rich Video Blog Network, Billerica, Massachusetts. Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Friday, November 18th, 2016, around 7:12 in the morning in Billerica, Massachusetts. It's sunny out today. It's going to be a little bit of a warm day, about 57, 58 degrees. Tomorrow, supposed to be nice, but Sunday, it's going to be a mix of rain and snow showers and down to the 40s. This is this time of year again where we're under the gun for snow anytime between now and mid-April. Some news to report on the RVBN News. Why last night in St. Paul, Minnesota, the Minnesota Wild blanked the Boston Bruins by a score of 1-0 by a late goal. The Bruins always lose to the Wild. I don't know why. And sad news to report in the world of Hollywood. Actress Kimmy Schmidt passed away at the age of 52. That's so young. So prayers to her family in this time of need. And that's about it on the news from the RVBN Newswire. Be back in a flash. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Button guy. Molly Roseblood of WCCO rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hutt, so stunning. She's the best. Amy Sweezy's awesome. Amy. Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11 New York. Such a rocking cougar's got the best legs in New York City. Bar none. And Barbara Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accents. Best legs in Raleigh, North Carolina. The 6 cute leggy blondes on RVBN in 2017. I hope to interview all of them for my video blog one at a time, and will be interesting. Good morning again. I'm back. My first video blog subject today is my personality profile. Today's personality profile is about the late actor DeForest Kelley. DeForest Kelley was known as Dr. Leonard McCoy, also known as Bones, on Star Trek and 6 Star Trek movies. DeForest was born and he grew up in Georgia. He was named after the electronics engineer pioneer Ernest DeForest. And when DeForest was young, he was interested in a music career. He sang at church services, and he was such a good singer that he appeared on WSB Radio in Atlanta, Georgia. And that won him an engagement to appear with Lou Forbes and his orchestra at the Paramount Theater in Atlanta. And DeForest played sports in high school, basketball and baseball and football, and he took some odd jobs when he was when he was a young boy, working in a theater and working as a car hop at a drugstore. Those jobs did exist back in the 30s. Then DeForest joined the U.S. Army Air Forces during World War II. He was assigned to the motion picture unit for the Army, and that's how he decided he wanted to become an actor. DeForest started his career working in mainly low-budget films and some stage work in New York. He appeared in some plays, and he was decent on it. And then he wasn't making too much money working in the theater in New York, so he moved back to Hollywood, and he got some work on a lot of movies, mainly Western movies, and usually TV Westerns, and a few guest star appearances on sitcoms and action-adventure shows. He was mainly a villain in the Western movies and television shows. And in 1964, producer Gene Roddenberry was creating a show called Star Trek, Wagon Train to the Stars. He approached DeForest Kelley at first to play the role of Spock, the Vulcan, but DeForest Kelley turned down that role because he could not picture himself playing an alien. That role went to Leonard Nimoy, but DeForest Kelley got the role of Dr. Leonard McCoy Bones on Star Trek, and he played that role for 3 years on the television series. And Leonard McCoy was a very good doctor. He was famous for saying some stuff like, "He's dead, Jim," or "I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. I'm a doctor, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a doctor, I am not an exotic dancer." And Leonard McCoy, DeForest Kelley developed great friendships with William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy backstage. And when Star Trek was canceled in 1969, most of the cast was kind of typecast by Hollywood agents, Hollywood producers, because they thought their roles would not be good for other serious acting roles, and it hurt DeForest Kelley the most. He did not get too much work in Hollywood basically for the rest of his life. He might have got maybe a little bits and pieces in movies and TV shows as cameos, but he thought that was okay by him, and he appeared at Star Trek conventions during this time period, and he was making $50,000 a year doing Star Trek conventions. $50,000 back in the 1970s was pretty big money for anybody. And then in 1979, when the Star Trek movie came out, DeForest Kelley reprised his role as Bones, and he did that for the next 6 Star Trek movies. But DeForest Kelley was not paid very good for the first 5 Star Trek movies at all. But when Leonard Nimoy became a producer for the 6th Star Trek movie, he demanded that DeForest Kelley got $1 million for appearing as Dr. McCoy, and that probably made his day. And DeForest Kelley, for the rest of his life, basically lived off of appearing at Star Trek conventions and other stuff with members of the Star Trek crew. He became interested in poetry, and he was going to write a series of books about poetry, probably a series of 5-6 books of poetry. He only got to write 2 of them that was published because he passed away in 1999 at the age of 78. And DeForest Kelley was, one of the actors stricken hard by being typecast. But, those things happen, and, you can't do anything about it. And that's about it on DeForest Kelley. And I'll be back later, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus with 2 more video blogs coming for you. One will be about the first television station in the state of Maine, ABI Channel 5 in Bangor, Maine, CBS affiliate. Second video blog of the day, and the last video blog of the day will be about the podcast Place to Be Nation Vintage Vault with Scott Criscola and JT Rizzo. Tell you about that. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Button guy. Molly Rose Love, WCCO Oxen has nice legs. Elizabeth Hatso, so stunning. She's the best. Amy Sweezy's awesome. Awesome Amy. Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11, New York. Such a rocking cougar. Got the best legs in New York City by none. Barbara Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent. She has the best legs in Raleigh, North Carolina. And Ren Claire, morning meteorologist of WHDH Channel 7 in Boston, is such a cutie pie, and she's got nice legs. And in the words of Sean Lucia, get out! See you later, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. Bye now.